Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Age of Mythology, whatever this is called. Retold? Yeah, Retold. On the strategy, apparently the community unlocked Prometheus. Good for the community. Not really an active part of the community. But we also got the Hecate Stemlo. Watch out for snakes. So, we got one more mission to do before we're caught up to my off-screen adventuring around in this campaign. We'll see if that stays the same, because I have a trip home to visit the fam coming up in a week, which is usually when I end up off-screening this game. But I'm hoping to spend most of that time playing with Vulture Clan. And if I'm hanging around with Vulture Bronco and Vulture BB, and maybe even Vulture Bobo, unlikely to be gaming with Vulture Bean, but you never know. I don't think any of them are going to be... It won't be playing Age of Mythology, let's put it that way. But we will be playing Age of Mythology now, and it's Odin's Tower. So last time, in Greetings from Greece, they were setting up a story of, oh, the Atlanteans come to Greece, and they're trying to explain themselves and make peace, but, like, an arrogant Greek general won't listen. Like, I felt like that was the stage that was being set, but that's not what was delivered. We just went in and started fucking murdering the Greeks. So we'll see about Odin's Tower. Now, so I've... You know, my go-to channel where I occasionally hang out and absorb some, like, RTS gamer culture is Giant Grant Games, which is primarily a StarCraft channel. And he's done things talking about the different series. And I guess Brood War is a highly respected expansion in the RTS genre, in part because they broke a thing that the original StarCraft had, where as the Terrans, you barely ever fight the Protoss. You split between fighting Terrans and Zerg in the campaign. And then as the Zerg, you end up fighting the Protoss a whole bunch. And then as the Protoss, you almost never fight the Terrans. You have a little bit of Protoss versus Protoss, and it's a lot of fighting the Zerg. And then in Brood War, they went out of their way to do different combinations than you would normally get. Whereas I remember thinking, yeah, StarCraft original had a really cohesive story. Brood War just felt like you were jumping around all over the place, and it didn't make any sense. It's the old, what do you want? A story that's cohesive and feels like there's a flowing narrative, or do you want interesting gameplay where you're not constantly fighting the same faction that you're at odds with? And this is where I think in the Titans expansion, they've gone towards gameplay mix-up, because, like, now somehow we're sailing from Greece to Norway so that we can fight a Nordic faction? Why would the Atlanteans be attacking Norway? And even in the original Tales of Mythology, like, don't they travel to Norway via, like, fucking magical Osiris teleport shenanigans? Like, there's something going on where they're following the underworld passages, because the whole plot is stopping the Titans from breaking free from the underworld. Gargarensis, the Cyclops, is trying to use the underworld passages, blah, blah, blah. In this game, it's just like, we want, for gameplay reasons and variety, we want the Atlantean faction to have a chance to fight the Nordic faction, so you're just in Norway now, I guess. Alright, well, we'll make it work. So, Odin's Tower, cast her sails with an Atlantean army to put the Norsemen and their gods in their place. I guess we're no longer pretending that we're out there trying to make peace. Each town center you control increases your maximum population because of port. And in the original version, it also increased your favor generation, but that's not how it works now.
Sailing here was an excellent idea, sir.
What a fanatic.
The Norse will not be expecting an attack in their homeland now.
That's the idea.
Our scouts have seen only a few Norse troops around, but the terrain is rough. Many cliffs. They could be hiding.
The Norse would never expect us to come here since half of our army died on the voyage.
So there will be some soldiers here. Odin's temple is our target. We're going to send a message to the Norse.
We've decided what we want to do is start a holy war we can't possibly win. Alright, well.
There seems to be no way off this plateau. But
how did we get here?
Has given us the ability to shift our buildings over such petty obstacles. We can construct our buildings here, then use my line of sight to shift them past the cliffs.
We can construct additional pylons. Alright, fanatics, what's your deal? Good against infantry and cavalry. So what's the difference? The destroyers are good against buildings and...
Mark. Yuji.
Mach schnell.
Geschloss.
Yushi, Eschlost.
Burek. Yuji.
Herjos.
Anyway, we'll get us a group 1 here. So yeah, how did we get to this this place that apparently we can't travel from? I'm trying to find where we need to defend.
Mark.
Because I remember this map, but I want to like legitimately explore and figure out what's going on.
The tower was being protected by that storm.
What
It
tower?
is. It is made by the temples to Odin that surround it. If we replace those temples with our own, the storm should fade.
Osto.
Ostok, the fresh maker.
Yushi.
Yuji boy.
Burek.
Alright, so initially we really got no place to go, and there is a definite path we're supposed to take, and this is, my recall is, this is very much one of those missions where we can slow roll if we want. We can defend fairly easily. We are, after all, on an inaccessible paths. But that's going to change. And then when the plot changes so they do have an avenue of attack, we defend the shit out of it and make it so it's a really bad idea for them to do anything with it. And then we kind of come out of it and start attacking them when we're good and ready. But we need to weaken Odin's influence here. Why don't you build us a temple? Because apparently we don't have a temple yet. Stately Wayne Manor. Yuji boy. So the temple, I can get oracles. I can place oracles at all the places where enemies might potentially attack us. Yada yada yada. Money, money, money. Who do you trust? What else should we be building? I guess we can get a. I don't think we have an economic guild going yet. We might as well get that going early. Particular sense in waiting.
Okay.
Yushi.
So now we have Odin's Wand. Temple improvements are cheaper. Great. As long as we have Odin's Wand, it's totally going to be the case. And let's go ahead and get a blacksmith shed set up. Not really rushing to get facilities to create troops, which may be a mistake, but at this point I'm just kind of exploring. Let's get a... we got Prometheus again. I do feel like I should have gone for the person who isn't Prometheus and lets us build like flying healers and shit when we had a chance, because now we're starting fairly consistently in the Third Age, and it seems like they're just always giving us Prometheus. Yep. So I did kind of know this was coming. So we will get our army over here because we've been given good warning. So they built up a path by which to attack us. They're not actually attacking us yet. Do we take damage from walking through here? Doesn't look like it. There we are. The fresh maker. We do have good anti... Forbidden Mach, you know. Trying to get an idea of when we should... Okay. At least initially, this is probably a good place to wall off. Don't think they're ever coming that way. Could be wrong. Do they heal up over time? I don't know that they do. But But we got destroyers who are good against buildings. It might be that we can go ahead and attack right now. Edith Joes. I tell you what, no matter what, we're going to need one of these. So even if I decide this isn't where we want to wall up, I can build a fortress here, and it'll be a thing to have sitting around where they will be attacking us from. Because I think if I push back here, there's an even more natural walling off point, or we might be able to get to a point where we don't need to wall off at all. Yuji boy. Let's see. The other thing to do, of course, is to... What would it cost to turn all these guys into heroes? It is 55 food and 40 gold each. I can afford 5 of them because I don't have enough gold. Yeah. Having a lot of guys as heroes, plus the thing where heroes rejuvenate, is going to be pretty effective. And one of the things I like, I think I've discovered over the course of this playthrough, that I have more fun playing as the factions where I can kind of have guys be... like, build up guys who are good against myth units. Like, building myth units, I'm not enjoying as much as building armies that can fight myth units, because it's like, oh, cool, my heroes are defeating super monsters all over the place. It is gold that we're ending up short of most of the time. So this is pretty cool. We got a starting force now that is entirely made up of heroes. But I didn't actually research the thing that lets them rejuvenate hit points yet, so... to wait for that gold to come in. Alright. Oh. Alright, we got through all the food. Let's have most of you guys work gold, because we haven't been short of food yet. And as I say that, let's build some more guys to gather food. Alright. Oh, I see. Fanatics are like super infantry that I shouldn't have access to yet, but I do because reasons. I got some as a starting force, but I'm not really supposed to have them. I got it. Didn't really have a whole lot of stuff we could upgrade here, and we don't get to advance an age. I'm probably going to get given a miracle that I can use. Okay, so yeah, we don't have a lot of upgrades. Despite my tendency to want to hang around and build, there doesn't seem to be much call for it here. Let's go ahead and get fast drilling troops here, and... it does kind of seem like the expectation is that you just use troops to do everything, including attacking buildings, because in the campaign so far, we've never been given the chance to build siege units. We had a mission where we were being given these crazy fire-shooting guys, but never got the capacity to build them. I don't see that there's fish down here, so there's probably no sense in building a port. So, satyrs. This makes all newly trained oracles heroes. That's probably a saving in the long run. Although honestly, I don't know how many oracles I need to build. If I'm not building a lot of myth units and I probably should build some myth units just to keep things a little more interesting.
Yuji.
Yuji boy.
Fine.
So our cows are still not fully leveled up in terms of meatiness. So we still kind of want to hold off on them a bit. So that means I can never build these guys? Or am I going to get an option to advance in age later? Because right now it is grayed out. Interesting. We're definitely going to have more opportunities to build shit. Let's build a hero oracle. A horacle, as they are called. By no one. Will my hero buildings heal on their own? Yeah, if they keep sending attacks like that, just having all those guys hero-fied, they are more than powerful enough. So I don't want to sit around forever, because the gold will eventually run out, but this does seem like a pretty secure place against the level of attacks that we're experiencing so far. So these guys are wood, and Prometheans I've just found kind of dull. But the idea of satyrs as our myth units with humans in front is cool. Alright, so we don't have enough gold to build any of these fancy... Oh, we don't have enough wood to build any of these fancy buildings. Center guards, advanced heroic age. I probably should do something about that. Not too worried about having hero villagers. But let's at least get a military barracks going. I don't think I am going to bother with the counter barracks. But I should probably have one, just in case. But it doesn't seem like a thing where I'm going to need to develop a bunch of counter warriors. Let's start building destroyers, because they're good against buildings. So we're going to have a very densely packed opening base, and then we're going to be expanding across a map that we're supposed to expand to for more, you know, power and glory, and probably not doing that much with it, to be honest. So these things are as powerful as they're going to get. Let's just, or as meaty as they're going to get. Let's kill them now. Aurochs, Proto. You guys are no match for my power. We're heroes and you're zeros. You guys want to... If you had ladies with you, we would be encouraging them to ditch the zero and get with the hero, but we did not actually check and see if you had ladies in your party, so... And this is a thing about, I think I've mentioned before, a thing about the Atlantean campaign is you tend to get the resources necessary to play around with making everybody heroes, which is a lot of fun, but it is exceedingly expensive and is not probably, if you're like serious against playing against other people, having this much infantry that's this expensive to maintain is generally not going to be wise. But coupled with that, like, heroes regain hit points automatically power? Oh, amazing. It makes me wish that my armory was giving me a little bit more to work with here. Usually. Okay, so now I got, like, Ultimo Satyrs, who cost wood and faith, and wood is starting to build up again, so let's get a couple of them going. think having 5 of them in the back of an army this big would be pretty good. Yeah, we've built like no defense, and that's burning through all of my favor too, but once these guys are in place... Yeah, they're not really sending anything that's a threat to that fortress anyway. Like, I could probably just let those guys chip away at the fortress for a while and not be in too much trouble. But I am letting other people advance to the heroic age instead of dealing with the problem quickly, so shame on me for that. Eat a juice. Usually boy. Satyrs for wood. Yeah, let's keep some of all that stuff coming in. If I want to trade in a little population for favor, seems like it would not be a terrible idea to get some more oracles built up. Alright. Do not leave myself, and I've been burning through wood again. So this is going to, yeah, support additional population is more important than strengthening buildings. Because we're not even using buildings for anything except actually being buildings. I'm not using them for defense right now, so we will bring in fortified town centers just to get that little bit of extra population, because this is, I know this is the most boring possible play style, that I didn't really intend to go overboard with it, but we might have a few stages of build up an army, hit your pop limit, attack. I think the thing to do right now actually is wait for them to attack one more time, finish them off, then push. But our cows are nearly at full fatness. Alright. Food is not running out yet. Once these cows have fully fattened up, I'm intending to push. So we have deconstruction power. I got vortex and chaos power, I think it's called. Yep. All right, let's do something before this video is over. Let's charge this base here.
Protect the tower at all costs.
Try to pull back the satyrs if I can. So we're going to lose at least some forces here, but... I was going to use chaos. I don't know if it's worth it now. Oh, there's like a whole town center waiting there for me to expand to. So we'll take some losses, but this is our first point we're supposed to expand to. And this might be, it might be now a big enough open map that it's wise to to wall up. We'll have to do a little exploring to find the correct place to do that, but... Alright. These houses just collapse at a touch from these guys. Heroic building destroyer men. And I'm assuming we got some new, yeah, I would think we got some new, gold resources and stuff here, and it looks like we got a pretty big one. Got 3 idle villagers. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to wall. Doesn't look like I lost very many guys out of this. Didn't lose any satyrs, although they don't get their hit points back. Unless there's some plot of it. Nope, this is it. Alright, so we got one direction in which we should wall. And it might be easiest just to reinforce heroes and build another defensive type structure up there rather than being serious about walling. Their attacks seem to be a little more serious now. They're building Ein Harry, who blow them fancy pants horns. I'm trying to avoid getting pulled into constant combat and, like, get to where I am fight. Oh, jeez, yeah. Yeah, this is a whole other village I didn't necessarily want to engage just yet. You know what? No. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Is there somebody who was building houses and got wrecked, or I changed their mission and didn't realize it? Yeah, this is going to be an issue. I need to find the correct place to stabilize and not just get drawn into nonstop. Either that or I gotta push, but I want to just pull back and consolidate here. Yeah, like there's some magic point at which they're like, no, we can't have you there anymore. We are not happy about this situation. And I think we've hit a point too where the food is the resource we're short of, not wood. Alright, so if we don't provoke them too much, I just want to get some defenses built around here. Because, yeah, they're okay, they don't like us being here at all. I think no matter what, I need to get more guys. Because, yeah, sure, we should be able to get this gold, but gold we're not short of right this second, and I can get markets going. I think the thing is to just stabilize somewhere. Did I research my... I didn't research my stuff over here. Let's get all of our fancy pants technology developed. Coming up short of food again. Alright, I think I can get these guys hot grouped as group 1. Get my satyrs, who don't seem to restore, or maybe they do. 159 hit points. Do they restore when out of combat, I wonder? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So this will be good for a while, and I don't see any new food supplies over here. Just get you working on a farm. Working on 6 farm. Sorry, so he's not working on a sex farm. That's just a silly song. That is the armory. Did I build all my economic stuff? No, I did build everything except the farms. So let's get farm power activated. Let's have you guys run down here and because one of you has an actual relic that we want to stash. Steady income of gold. Oh, that's perfect. Alright, let's get some more of these guys going because they are wood, and we've got lots of wood right now. And now we're out of faith. And that is fine, because we can queue up an oracle for over here, just to keep an eye out for, I don't know, magical super flight attacks. Yeah, it is a hell of a combination. The power of having a bunch of hero infantry with heroes get hit points back power. And these little attacks they're sending are just kind of harassment. It's constant. I'll say it's annoying. It's making it difficult for me to maintain the economy, but I think we should call it a video. When we come back next time, guys, we are going to continue to push against the Norse, who, again, we are attacking for no reason. Thanks for watching.